The Deceit. This story is about a beautiful young woman who always thought her husband was a hard-working, yet incredibly devoted husband, who, despite his good looks and status, chose to be with his wife not just in name, but in reality too. Every night when he came back from work, he would help her with the household work, never once making her feel that he was too tired or too big to lend a hand. This was the man that 32-year-old Sarah had fallen head over heels in love with. 7 years into their marriage, she still couldn't get enough of him. She often boasted to her friends over cups of coffee how lucky she was to have him. Her friends would just roll their eyes at her, knowing that they were all alone in this world. They knew what it meant to be married to a man who had no regard for their feelings. So they tried to warn Sarah, but she wouldn't listen. She was too busy living in her own little fantasy world where everything was perfect. One day, Sarah decided to go to her shop. It was an antique store that she had inherited from her parents. She had put it in the hands of a trustworthy manager, but lately things had not been going according to plan, and Sarah wanted to check it out for herself. As she stepped out of her car, she noticed a sleek, expensive sports car parked right in front of the store. She couldn't help but wonder who was driving it. Little did she know that the person inside that car was none other than her husband. At first, Sarah was too shocked to say anything. She stood there frozen as she watched her husband step out of the car and walk towards the store. But he wasn't alone. With him was a woman that Sarah had never seen before. The woman was beautiful, stylish, and elegant. And as Sarah watched them, she saw the way her husband looked at her, the way he caressed her hair. It was a love story that was being written in front of Sarah's eyes, a story that she was never a part of. As the two lovebirds walked into the store, Sarah finally found her voice. "What the hell is going on here?" she screamed. The sound of her voice echoed through the store, shattering the illusion that her husband had so carefully created. In that moment, Sarah felt like her whole world was crashing down around her. The shock, the betrayal, the pain, it was all too much for her to bear. She felt like she was suffocating, like her heart was about to explode. And then everything went black. She fainted and woke up 3 times, not believing everything happening.